Hi, so I am making this video because I want to quickly talk about some struggles. I am holding my phone and I think it's like a very... I'm trying to set my phone down. Here's the thing. First of all, my painter decided that he no longer wants to be doing my stuff, so he just up and left. No notice, no nothing. Actually, he took my money and left me with unpainted, unfinished products. I know, right? It's crazy. First of all, he sent some boys to return some of the items that I gave him. And I had to call him. So I called him. I was like, hey, like, what's up? What's going on? You returned these items. Are you not going to paint them again? He was like, oh, that he had an emergency. He left. He traveled to Ogun State. And I'm like, okay, cool. When are you coming back? He said the upper weekend. It was like Friday. So I was like, okay, no problem. It doesn't seem like a long time. Right? So... I waited. He called me much later and asked me if I could send him some money. That, he wants to buy some drugs. Lots of story, lots of gist. I was like, okay, no problem. Does that mean that you'll be owing me? When you come back, you get to do some work and we settle the payment, like balance out? He's like, yeah, sure. So I sent him the money. And then, after some days passed, let's say the upper week on Monday, I called him. I was like, hey, how is it going? Are you back now? With the whole emergency and everything that you were talking about. He said, yeah, that he's not back yet, yada, yada, yada. In fact, from there onwards, anytime I call him, he just ignores my call. He just won't pick up. And he would text me, hey, I'll call you back. Something like that. So like 1 week passed, 2 weeks passed. And then one day I just got pissed. I asked my assistant to call him to see if he's going to pick up. Then he picked up. Meanwhile, he didn't pick up my own call. So my sister told him, hey, like, we really, really need this. Can you give Sandra a call? And he said, yeah, that he's in a church. He's going to give me a call. My sister said it doesn't sound like he was in a church, actually. So I waited and he called me. I started asking. That was when he finally told me, oh, that he's not coming back. That the place he was before, which was close to me, because proximity is very, very important with I and my contractors. So he said the place he was, they were not really paying him well. They keep owing him, yada, yada, yada. Lots of story, lots of gist. I was like, okay, so you're not coming back. He said, and that he'll probably come back. He's just in a place where he has a lot of work to do. So I was like, okay, cool. What is going to happen now? Because you just left me stranded and I have customers that need this stuff. So he said, oh, that he's going to introduce me to someone that is closer to me, unlike him, because he's a bit farther now. So he introduced me to one guy, Mosquito. I thought the name was weird too. But then he introduced me to the guy. The guy came over, took some stuff, charged a bit higher than my first guy would typically charge. But I mean, I really, really need this. So I was like, okay, cool. So the guy took my stuff and left. And good thing, I didn't give him a lot of stuff. I just gave him a few items to go and paint first. So he took the items. First week passed. I kept calling this guy, what's up? When are you bringing this stuff? I've sent you the money. You have everything you need. When are you bringing it? He will say, oh, that he's coming that evening. I won't see him in the evening. If I call him, he probably won't pick up. Or when he picks up, he speaks English that I don't even understand. I can't even make sense of. It was like that. It was past 2 weeks. At this point, I was just tired. I wasn't even calling him. I just started looking for other alternatives and other things. I just don't like the fact that I am having to depend on them. That's one. And then two, the second part is if there was another way, because what they are doing for me, I can't particularly do it because I think the chemicals they work with and stuff is too toxic for my space. So I need to look for like another alternative that won't endanger the life of I and my sister, like people around me. So finally the guy sent, I think, his brother to bring the items. The brother said that he's sorry that the guy traveled, not really traveled, the guy got one job like that on the island, so he has been there. That he has been there, now handed me the items, and I was utterly disappointed. I was pissed because one, the quality, like the finishing he gave me was horrible. It wasn't what I was looking for, and it's looking like I can't even salvage the items anymore, and I pay people to make these things, so they're like expensive. I was pissed. I'll show you guys what the finishing looked like. It was dirty too. Let me show you. I'm outside because I want to show you guys what the stupid ass guy painted, which is like so horrible. If you look at this, you can see all the Let me switch this camera. If you take a look at what he did, it not it. This is one of, I mean, I had to just put it down here because it's not what I wanted. And look at the dirt, the stains that this stuff came with. Just very, very rubbish. Very, very crazy work. Like, look at how rough he made this. It shouldn't even be like this. My customers will literally send it back if I give it to them like this. Look, we're talking about some projection. I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that we have made, and this is not everything though. Ouch. This is not everything, but these items, they look so good. This is one of the big vases that we have, and it's different from this. And then this is probably one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. Luckily it stopped breaking, so now we have something. These are all the items we have. So at this point I am just trying to figure out the next thing to do, because it seems like the first painting option is not working. It's not great. So now I just need to keep thinking. We've been brainstorming. We've had a couple of ideas. I'll be trying them out this weekend and next week, but fingers crossed. I also wanted to point out that we started running some ads and it's doing so well. We had like up to, I think, almost 50 websites of traffic visits, real people signing up to join our PR list. If you're interested, if you're an influencer, I know I have 7 people watching this, but if you're an influencer and you're interested in being a part of us, helping us out, making a video on our stuff, just sign up to our PR list and we'll send you some items. Okay, whether you're a big influencer or small influencer, it doesn't really matter. Your audience size don't matter. As long as you vibe with what we are selling, just sign up. But yeah, that is going well. One part that is not really going so well is that our other account got restricted, but it's temporary. They asked us to request reviews, send emails, stuff like that. We've been doing it. They responded and said that they have removed the restriction, that we can go ahead and start running ads. But when we tried, that wasn't the case. It was something else entirely. So we are, I don't know, we're still trying to reach out. We're still trying to be patient, not do a lot of, because Meta can be very insensitive. You can go from running ads, having a good account, to getting banned. And we're not trying to get banned, because we literally went from, I think, 95 followers to over 150 followers on Instagram, and that's a big thing. That's actually a big thing. My team and I, we hit some important metrics. A brand that is just barely 2 months old, I think we are doing well. We are hitting our metrics, we are getting the attention, and we're doing it without spending a lot on marketing. We achieved some things that we planned on achieving in 3 months. We achieved it under 1 month, which is great. Our aim now is to be getting up to 10 customers each month. Currently we are at 2. Hello, this week is all about balancing the numbers in terms of inventory, finances, making sure everything's well and everything is in check. This week is also about planning and possibly shooting content. And finally, it's also about sharing some lessons I learned the previous week and sharing updates of things going on in my business and some progress we've made so far. With that said, welcome to a week in the life of a 20-something-year-old business owner. We are starting this week with going over our finances for the previous month. November just ended. This is the 1st of, actually this is the 2nd of December. I guess I'm sleeping altruistically. So we started this week with going over our finances. I have my laptop with me and I decided to do a quick tour and also shed more light on why it's important to go over your finances. Just going over this morning, I am realizing that we actually had two customers this month, and not just one. And this month being our second month in full operation, which is great. We have we've had some viral moments on TikTok. Our follower growth is great. Speaking of that, we started having some inquiries that is kind of opposite to what we are currently selling. We had inquiries from people wanting to design their spaces, so we had people reach out asking if we could help them with their interior, if we can help them with interior decoration, and something that we are not sure we want to add to our business at the time because it's quite a lot of work, which is why they are interior designers. But we are considering it as something we can kind of add, to help people out because one of our goals is to actually help people achieve a very beautiful space. Now I am talking about Yeka. Anytime this video starts, I will always start with updates from Yeka before I go to updates about Lego Studios. If you're new, my name is Sandra and I own two businesses. Yeka is a B2C business that focuses on delivering high quality, affordable pieces, decor for your space. And Lego Studios is a B2B business that focuses on providing service like design, branding, logo, website, everything you can think of in terms of building and starting a business and start launching it online. That is what my other business offers. So I have a B2C business and a B2B business. Back to what we're talking about in terms of Yeka and doing our finances. So this is actually one of the most important things in business. When it comes to business, you have to always be on top of your finances, just so you know how much you're spending, how much you're bringing in. That way you can have plans. My assistant is fully in charge of constantly updating and recording everything that we're spending, even from marketing to operations. We have 4 departments: marketing, operations, R&D, which is research and development, and administration. Let me explain a bit about research and development. Because of the kind of business I run, budget we create and a department we created to enable us try out new product, new design. In my last video, I was showing you guys the new item we're trying to stock up on, we're trying to bring on, and how it was breaking. So research and development is a department in charge of things like that. When we're still in the trial phase, research and development department takes care of that. Although we are still very small team, I like to group things that way. If we're spending money or if a certain work is going into it, that we know, okay, this department is, or I am currently working on this department. So some weeks I get to work in research and development. E.g., last week I worked mainly on research and development because there were a lot of new stuff that we're trying out. And also last week I worked on operations. Operations is a department that takes care of our production and other things going on in the business. And we had a large production last week, so I got to work on operations the previous week. And then we have marketing, we have administration. Administration is what my assistant mainly focus on, but her focusing on administration means she is having to cross work with every department and make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and she's getting the information and she's recording them accordingly. Then we have the marketing department. The marketing department is mostly I and my junior marketer. She mainly focuses on marketing department, constantly improving our strategy, constantly looking for something new, constantly looking for a better way we can get visibility that we need, constantly coming up with all these ideas on things that we can do, things we can implement, and I just like how she's fully focusing on it. Anytime we have an idea, we just brainstorm, talk about it. Once we know what we want to do, she just straight up go execute and put it out there. So this is how my departments are divided. That way everybody knows what you're doing. And then having a department for me is also very important because as a business owner, I would like to know what department we are spending on the most. Let me give an example. During production, there's a lot of things we have to buy for our production. So the importance of having all these departments, even in your finances, is for you to be able to record it. Example, last week we bought quite a lot of plaster. So I recorded plaster under operations. So anytime I'm looking at how much operations spent, I will know, okay, this is inclusive of production and everything we did. Comparing our finances to the previous month. The previous month we spent a lot of money on administration. Spent a lot of money on administration. And this month we didn't even spend up to half of what we spent on administration last month. And basically just looking at these finances, it's obvious that I, as a business owner, can obviously tell why we spent that amount of money last month and we didn't spend that this month. Last month we paid for a lot of subscription. I paid for week's subscription. I paid for GoDaddy subscription. Paid for, and the subscription were not just cheap because I had to pay for 1 year, 2 years, which is what, and I paid in dollars, which is what increased the money that I spent on administration last month. Compared to this month, we didn't pay for subscription, so the administration cost here is basically salary. So I group salaries that I pay under administration, and then we are currently running small ads on Instagram. Saying small ads is weird, but what the fuck do I mean by small ads? Instagram ads, we grouped it under marketing, and we also did some influencer collaboration, and we sent the influencers free product. So the free product that we sent to influencer, the money we spent on delivery is grouped under marketing. It's not the same with the money we spent delivering to customers. I hope with these few points you've been able to understand why writing down things that you're spending on your business and grouping them according to departments is very, very important. Don't merge everything on that one because it creates this very big confusion. Since we're able to, in marketing department by department, we've been able to see where we're spending most money on. Example, looking at this thing for the previous month, November, I am seeing that we actually did not spend that much. We didn't even spend up to 100k on marketing, and we got to customers and we went viral, and a lot of things happened in the marketing department this previous month, which is great because what it means is that our CAC is low, that's customer acquisition cost. But in the subsequent months, we are looking to increase how much, because I actually created a very large budget for marketing this previous month, but we are trying to take things easy. I guess that is why we didn't spend a lot. We actually spent what we thought we needed, which is great, and we achieved quite a lot of results this previous month. The place we spent quite a lot of money is research and development, because we acquired some new stuff for production, and we actually went over budget for research and development department, which means this December I'm thinking of not having this much budget that I did the previous month. I already told my assistant that we won't be spending a lot of money on research and development until ending first quarter of next year or beginning second quarter. So fingers crossed. That's all the updates, and I hope with these few points of mine you've understood why it's important to create a budget for the business. So I'm just going to do a bit of work now and connect with my people, find out what is going on, and then head straight to Lekon Studios. This is the new campaign I started. Alright, so this is the new campaign I started. I like to name my campaign. So this is Sand 103. They have delivered 43 already. 10 persons have opened, but I still haven't gotten any response. This is the campaign that have been getting some responses so far, and so far I've gotten like 4 responses, 3 bad response and 1 good one. My room is a mess. This is supposedly my workstation, but I don't feel like it's this moment, so I'm just here to keep it regular. I don't even know why I'm giving you guys tour instead of just doing the work I am supposed to do, but just happy to be here, sha.